That was fast, wasn't it? It took like, what, 30 seconds? Well, believe it or not, it took me more than 3 hours probably, but the magic of the video editing, you know? So let me hide a little bit the light here. Ah, it's too bright. Okay, so it's not perfect on this side, you can feel the ridge, but this is, like we said, not the important side. Here it was important to make it solid, and it is solid, right? It is much more solid than what it was before. So that's inside, you see it's missing from here down to, and this is where the important side is, right? Here, this is going to be seen, even though there's a lot of stuff here when everything is assembled, but still we want it to look nice, and it does look nice, I think, doesn't it? This was the shape that I wanted to maintain, and I managed to keep it as it is, and the arch now is continuous all the way down there. So we still have to do some work down below, but up to here, so from here to here everything is perfect. We still have to weld this, but like I said in the previous video, first I'm gonna deal with that underneath because I'm curious. Here I know this is not very interesting, this is easy. Yeah, let's jump down there. Alright, I think it's time to see who lives there. Anybody home? Nobody home. Okay, nobody's home, then we are breaking in. I wonder where did they do the brazing here? I use my wire wheel. I've been blamed that I buy Chinese tools. Okay, so now I bought a branded tool. So let's see how long is this gonna last. Look at that. Somebody went sculpting here, you know. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna beat them with their own weapons. Okay, so here's my idea. This patch obviously matches pretty well the fender. We're gonna confirm that, but it was just a little bit further in, so it has to be a little bit further out, so we don't need to use so much bonded here. There's nothing wrong with the patch. It's nice. Somebody took their time and did a good patch. I'm thinking I'm gonna reuse it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a cut here, right where they had their patch. After I make this cut, I'm gonna get rid of the inner metal, because here inside they have overlapped a rusted metal. I can see here. We're gonna get rid of that metal, and we're gonna weld this patch back. We're gonna trim it here because this is supposed to be this wide. So we're gonna get rid of that piece. While the patch is out, we're gonna repair this part here. We're gonna bring it all the way down to the corner. Then we're gonna weld this back. Maybe we're gonna repair this little area here because there's still some holes here. So we're gonna repair that first. Then we're gonna throw this in. We're gonna match it with the fender. We're gonna install the fender to make sure that it is perfect shape. And then we're gonna weld this, and that's it. Actually, this I can cut now. Yeah. Okay, let me start on it. Where's my glove? By the way, the gloves I cooked before, they got cooked. They lasted like 2 weeks. But still, it's fine. Okay. So you see that's the original metal underneath that they patched. So now we just have to get rid of it. So much time to make this nice patch. to match the shape and everything. And then it's gonna just do that overlapping thing. And here they did something which I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I'm not happy with that too. I might make my own patch because I can see here 3 layers of metal. Because what they did was they made notches here so they can bend the metal somewhat, and then whatever was overlapping they just brazed it in. What are you saying, guys? Are you telling me to get rid of this patch and make my own? Maybe you're right. Yeah. Let's do that, guys. It's too hard to get rid of this without bending it too much, because I'm making a mess already. I already lost the shape here and there. You know what? We'll make our own. We'll make our own, but let's first deal with this here. So let's see what's the situation. Okay, there's an area here behind this which is missing, so we're gonna have to take this bracket out and repair the metal behind this, but that's the next thing. Here there is a part of the flange behind, the same issue like here, so we have to continue our repair. Maybe, you know what we're gonna do? This is a separate piece here. Yeah, we're gonna take out this piece, we're gonna cut off this here, because look, this is where it needs to be repaired. This is a thin metal here, and this is missing, so yeah, this time we're not gonna disturb the wheel well, because it is in a good shape. We're just gonna get rid of all this and repair it. This has some indent here, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make something more simpler this time, if I can. Alright, there's been some trimming going on here. I think I cut out all the rust away, and I kept this because there's a little shape here that I didn't want to mess with, and it is solid, so not a problem. So then I made this. Alright, something like that. And when I weld it there, this other thing comes here, overlaps by ½ an inch here, and that's it. When we made the other patch for the front, this one, then we're gonna decide how far back to trim this, but I think this is pretty much where it is gonna be. I was thinking to make this depression here, or this indent, but I'm not gonna make my life so complicated. Let me weld this, and we're gonna go from there. It's way too flat for me. Like, I don't like it so flat. I know that there must be an indent here, but I think it's gonna be too complicated if I want to make something. I'm gonna keep it flat. Anyway, so now we can start making this piece. Right, and for this reason I already made this, so that's going to be our flange, and we just need to bend it. Right, simple. nice and simple. And I figured that the easiest way to make this shape is actually not to work based on this, but to work based on the fender. So I pulled it out already and cleaned. There was Bondo here too. Obviously they made it to match the valance, but now we're gonna make the valance match the fender because it is nice and original here, so it's the original shape. So you just need to bend it in such way that it matches this, right? Let's see what we can do about that. With this big flange, we have to figure out a way. Okay, so I made it match from the top to somewhere here. Well, this is not perfect here, maybe a little bit more I can curve it. Alright, so I would say up to here we are perfect. So these are my matching lines. So this is how we should match it every time from now onward. And now we have to start bending this in. This is going to be easier. This was much harder because it was the curve is very steep. You know? From here it should be easy now to go down. Alright, I think that's it. I can't do it better than that, but I think that's gooder than better. Nice shape. So now we can trim it to match the opening on the valance, but we have to do it with the fender. Won't fit underneath. I wanted to put it underneath and draw it, but then we will put it on top. The lines match. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna mark this, cut this out and weld it here. That's fine. Now if I knew how to braze, I would just braze it here, put Bondo on top, and that's it. Why do I need to cut out and do butt welding and stupidities like that? I can just braze it. So we make sure the lines match again, and now we can mark where to cut it. Yeah, here remember there was a part almost to the corner, I think. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, here we have to cut like that. Okay, I think that's where we are. I'm gonna start tacking it now in place. How come it doesn't notch now? Ah. Ah. Let me show you. You see, here it goes perfect, and then from here it comes out like an eighth of an inch. How did that happen? Huh. Whatever. When we're done, we might make a notch in the flange here somewhere. Actually, let me mark it before we lose it. And bend it up a little. But why? All right, it's not seamless, but it is better than before. I mean, than what I was doing before. I mean, here I like it, fantastic. Here it sunk on me, just went in. I don't know why. Every time I weld, my seams just sink deeper. Anyway, there are a few pinholes here, here, and here that I have to deal with, but I also have to deal with this, right? So I'm gonna take the fender off now. I'm gonna make the notch in the flange, and I'm gonna shove it in because this corner is sticking out. So I wanna make a notch out there and a little bit here and push this corner in. And then we're gonna put the fender back on, make sure that everything matches, and yeah. And then we're gonna weld it again. Alright, so I took the fender off, I made a notch here on the flange, cut a little bit of my weld already here because that was sticking further out here too. So now managed to bring it back. So now I'm gonna tuck it here, and I'm gonna tuck it here inside the wheel well. I'm gonna show you. Here, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to you, but you know, this is the flange of the valance here. I don't know if you see it. No. Okay, so here the flange of the valance is not tucked to this piece. So now that we know that everything is aligned at the front, we can tuck them together, and I can tuck my notch here, the one that I made, so it doesn't move anymore. And when I tuck everything in place, then I can take out the fender and weld it better. Alright, you see where I made the notch? Now we can weld it back. We know that it's not going to move anymore, and this shape matches the fender perfectly. So now we can finish our welding here. So yeah, so far so good. This needs to be cut off. Alright, it's so done. Put a couple of plug welds here, welded the notch, ground everything flat because it needs to be perfectly flat so the fender can close this line perfectly. And yeah, that's it. So now I'm gonna throw the fender one more time on. I'm gonna mark these 3 holes. I'm gonna mark also the ones on the top flange before I forget, and then we can work on the higher area. Alright, so we can consider this corner done. From over there down to here. Well, that took a lot of time actually. I knew it was complicated, but didn't expect so much work. I did a little bit of Frankenstein work here. Not very good, but it is not going to be seen. What's seen is inside. So that's inside. You see it's missing from here down to, and that's inside. Much better than before, huh? Oh, it's not done. I forgot about this. I have to repair this as well. But that's fine. Most of the work is done, let's say. I will have to do some body work on all the seams, especially on this seam here, because it's ugly. But the rest, it's gonna need just a little bit. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna upload this video tonight. Oh, there's a pinhole here. I'm gonna upload this video tonight, and tomorrow we're gonna start working on something else. And yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm really happy. It's Frankenstein, but we're gonna get better, right? At some point we're gonna get better than that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching guys, thanks for commenting and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video. And I'm gonna stay here for a while enjoying this